The Lexus GS 350 sits in a sweet spot of the luxury sedan world, blending V6 power, quiet refinement, and long-term durability in a way most European rivals struggle to match. Yet like any model that spans multiple generations, some years shine while others carry enough concerns to make you think twice. If you're sifting through used listings and trying to figure out which GS 350 years are worth chasing, it helps if you understand the car's evolution, the common trouble spots, and the years that stand out on both ends of the spectrum. In this video, we present to you a smooth, flowing breakdown of the best and worst GS 350 years, so you can buy confidently instead of crossing your fingers after signing the paperwork. The story starts with the mid-2000s introduction of the GS 350, a moment when Lexus was pushing hard to build a sedan that felt more youthful and responsive than the comfort-first models that defined its early reputation. Those first models from 2007 and 2008 looked great on paper, but they ended up being the roughest part of the GS 350 timeline. Owners of these early years reported higher-than-expected electrical quirks, aging components that didn't always hold up gracefully, and the occasional drivetrain complaint that made long-term ownership less stress-free than the Lexus badge usually promises. As these cars age, electrical repairs, worn suspension components, and early design weaknesses can add up, making 2007 and 2008 the years many buyers prefer to avoid unless they find a particularly well-documented example with major maintenance already handled. Fast forward a few years, and you run into the other known trouble spot, the 2013 model year. On paper, it should have been a leap forward because Lexus had fully redesigned the GS that year with sharper styling, a more engaging chassis, and a much improved interior. And in many ways, it was. But some early-build 2013 cars developed issues with abnormal oil consumption and timing-related noises that, while not universal, were serious enough to raise eyebrows among owners. These problems didn't plague every 2013 GS 350, but when they did appear, they often pointed to expensive internal engine work. Because of that, most shoppers treat the 2013 year cautiously unless the car has pristine service records and passes an independent pre-purchase inspection without a single hiccup. Once you move past those problematic pockets, however, the GS 350 becomes the sedan buyers hoped it would be from the start. The 2009 to 2011 model years are widely regarded as the strongest period of the third generation. By this point, Lexus had ironed out most of the early teething problems, leaving behind a smooth, reliable, comfortable sedan that didn't demand the kind of constant attention some luxury cars need as they age. These years shine for their combination of old-school Lexus simplicity and just enough modern tech to feel contemporary without being overly complex. They're also some of the best value buys on the used market today because they deliver a well-sorted driving experience without the inflated prices of newer models. But if you want the GS at its very best, the 2016 to 2024 generation refresh is where this sedan truly peaked. Lexus updated the styling to give it a cleaner, more aggressive stance, refined the cabin with richer materials, and improved the infotainment and safety systems to keep up with the rest of the luxury segment. While Lexus Remote Touch interface has long been divisive, the overall driving experience in these later years is excellent. The V6 is smoother, the ride is more controlled, and the car feels genuinely modern in a way earlier models can't quite match. Reliability in this period is also notably strong, with far fewer complaints compared to earlier years. Many GS owners consider the 2016 to 2020 run the sweet spot if you can afford it. Reliability, of course, matters just as much as model year reputation. Across its entire life, the GS 350 has generally earned above-average ratings for dependability, with maintenance and repair costs landing significantly lower than those of German competitors. Still, even reliable cars have weak spots. Oil leaks around valve covers, aging gaskets, and the occasional electronic glitch tend to be the most common issues across various years. These aren't catastrophic failures, but ignoring them can turn small repairs into big bills. And because this is a luxury sedan, even minor components like seat motors or window regulators can cost more to fix, simply because you're dealing with premium parts and labor. That's why a thorough test drive and inspection matter, no matter which year you're considering. The biggest thing to look out for is abnormal oil consumption, which can show up in both older cars and the 2013 outlier year. Ask the seller if they've monitored oil levels between services, look for blue smoke on startup, and check for oil stains around the engine block. Make sure the timing chain area is quiet during cold starts, as rattling noises can hint at deeper issues. And because electronics tend to be pricey, test every switch, button, and function, like sunroof, mirrors, seats, infotainment, and sensors, to avoid surprise repairs later. Lexus builds solid cars, but even solid cars get cranky if they've been neglected. Value varies widely because GS 350 prices depend heavily on mileage, condition, and model year, and the spread can be pretty significant when you compare older cars to the later, more modern generation. The 2009 to 2011 models tend to be the most affordable, often landing between $11,000 and $16,000 depending on mileage and how well they've been maintained. These cars still deliver excellent reliability, making them some of the best budget-friendly luxury sedans you can buy, without stepping into high-maintenance territory. Move up to the refreshed 2016 to 2020 models, and the prices naturally climb, with clean examples typically ranging from $23,000 to $34,000, especially if they come with lower mileage or higher trims like the F-Sport. These later years cost more, but they also hold their value better because they offer updated styling, tighter handling, improved safety tech, and an overall more modern luxury experience, all without the sky-high repair costs associated with many European alternatives. Regardless of which end of the market you're shopping in, it's almost always smarter to spend a little extra on a well-documented GS with consistent service records rather than chasing a bargain with gaps in its history, because buying cheap with this car can become expensive very quickly. When everything is weighed together, the GS 350 has more good years than bad, which is why it remains such a strong used luxury pick. The early years from 2007 to 2008 and the 2013 model year are the ones buyers approach cautiously, not because every example is bad, but because the risk of costly issues runs higher. The mid-third generation years from 2009 to 2011 deliver some of the best bang for your buck, and the refreshed 2016 to 2020 models offer the most complete version of what the GS 350 was always meant to be. Smooth, confident, comfortable, and capable of running well past 150,000 miles with the right care. If you found the video useful, be sure to hit the like button to support us. Thank you.